Cool. Phill, hello.
How we doing, man? Thanks for having me.
Good. Thank you for welcoming me to your house. I appreciate it.
Of course.
A little traffic on the way here, getting through Providence, but
Classic Providence, or Providence, man.
yeah, it was
That 95 merge is something.
It's rough, and they're always doing construction over there, and it's never ending. So
Never ending.
Do you ever have to drive through it?
Luckily, I work the other way towards Mass, and so realistically, I only go that way if it's like going out in the town or something like that.
Right.
So
yeah.
But even Friday night, 8 o'clock, it's still a nightmare
It's
down
the
there.
worst. Yeah, it's terrible.
They're trying to make it better, and it's somehow worse.
Yeah, it's not. It's never going to be good. I don't think. So where can people find you if they want to check out your Instagram or whatever else you got?
Cool. Really, the Instagram is the only thing I really run. I have like a YouTube page. I don't use it like an actual YouTuber. Or my Facebook isn't really that active, and this isn't a LinkedIn podcast or anything like that. But so Instagram is probably the best.
Cool.
At 4-Door Phill, 2 L's, Phill.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I remember your WRX, and I'm assuming that's where I was on the way here. I was like, he's got two-door trucks, right?
Yeah.
I was like, so what's up with 4-door Phill? But then I thought about it, and I was like, it's got to be since the WRX, or maybe before that.
That's for the OGs. So even back before then, my first car was a Jetta, which 4-door versus the GTI.
Yep.
Even in the Golfs, I preferred the 4 doors. And then when I was buying the WRX, I liked them better than the coupes or the hatchbacks, whatever you want to call them. And so that's when I was like, you know what, like it's kind of a catchy name. And so, but that's been 8 years since, maybe more, 8-9 years.
Yeah.
And everything I have is 2 doors. My daily is a 4-door truck, but it ain't nothing.
Yep.
So, but yeah, everyone asked that. They're like, what's up with the name? I'm like, I don't know. I'm not the type of person to change my Instagram name based off of, this year's car. I don't care. Yeah. It is what it is.
You're also super low key, so it makes sense that you don't.
Yeah. People, they have
really
no
care.
idea.
Yeah. So I guess let's start from the beginning of Phil's history with cars. How did you get into them?
Well, my old man, it's really not the story that everybody has where he took me to car shows and all that. He liked cars, but more in the flashy sense. Like he ended up buying a Corvette when my parents split. That was kind of like his going back out there car. And he didn't give a shit about the Corvette. He was just like, he's a middle-aged dude with a little bit of money and a Corvette now. And so that's kind of like my first car that I saw. And I remember, just driving in that, and that was cool. But when I got older and it was time to get my own car, Volkswagens really appealed to me because my brother's friends were a little bit older, and a couple of them came around. One had like a GST Eclipse. Okay. One of them had a Volkswagen Jetta Mark IV at the time because they were brand new. And I remember kind of diving into like the vortex and being like, it's real community based. And I was skating at the time. It's still a little bit here and there, but it felt very much akin to like a skate community, like the Volkswagen crowd did. And so that's how I ended up diving into Volkswagens. And then that's one thing led to another. And so, Mark IV was my first car. That was 2006, 2007.
Okay.
I had that on VMAX coils, MAM wheels I had at one point. And then I actually bought a set of RSs in, I think like 2008. Yep. And if you can believe it, I paid like $1,100 for them. Like I think they were brand new. Yeah. No. They were from VR Wheels back in the day. They're not nearly what they are now.
I remember.
But you couldn't actually, I don't know if they still sell wheels that are kind of like clapped out, but these things were like, they needed 2 of everything. Like, so I ended up having some RSs on that thing, long story short. And then I had a Mark II Volkswagen and then a Mark V. I bagged that one. The Mark II had, like Recaros and exhaust and lowered in that. And then I had a Mark VI that was stock. And then, like you said, I went back got into a WRX, and that was kind of like me coming back into the car scene. And that one went pretty, not wild, but like for me at the time, like wheels, air, lip kit. Bro. Very clean. Like that's always been, I attribute a lot of that to Volkswagens because like the Euro community, especially at the time was, $700 for a Euro bumper that looked exactly like a US bumper, except it didn't have side markers, and like people went crazy for it. So I kind of still modify my cars to that sense. And so the Volkswagens and the WRX and even my C10 at this point, very much similar to that. But
so so I guess like it brought me. Like I said, I kind of obviously before I do a pod with someone, I always kind of like, even though we talk from time to time, I still like, I try to go through and see like
It's a deep scroll, man.
Yeah, and
It's long ago.
I
now.
was scrolling for a while to
Yeah.
go back to see like some of the old cars and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and yeah, the truck is just fucking.
Appreciate that,
bro.
man.
How did you how did that come about? Like what? Because I was looking, your last post with the WRX, I believe it was the last one. That wasn't like Throwback Thursday or something like that. It was, it was. You said something along the lines of "This winter will be interesting." The WRX is back to stock, and something new's on the way.
Yeah.
And so was that? Did you already know you were getting the? Was that the C10 that was coming?
Yeah. So, well, I didn't know at the time. I remember, I think it was H2O one of the years. I didn't have a car down there, but I remember seeing an old truck, and it wasn't, I don't even think it was a C10. Truth be told, I can't even remember what it was. And I remember being like, damn, that thing's pretty fucking rad, man. Like, you know, the biggest gripe I always had with the WRX is that the bank owned that car. I mean, it was a newer car. I took a loan on it. And so it never really felt like I could do everything to it because I always wanted to be able to take it back to stock to trade it in because eventually I'm going to get rid of it in 3 years or whatever. Yeah. And so it always seemed to be like right at that limit of what more can I do without having to totally screw this thing up and like never get my money back from it. Because there is a point of diminishing return of like, you know, you modify a car, no one's buying it. You know, the bank ain't buying it. The dealership doesn't want it. If they do, you're getting screwed.
Nothing. Yeah.
So I knew that had to go. And like I said, I saw an old truck and I was like, oh, maybe that thing's kind of cool. And so I looked into those, and two total opposite sides of the spectrum, but it was either going to be an E90 four-door M3 or a C10. And truth be told, I kept telling everybody like, yeah, man, I think I might get a C10 or an M3. And in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting an M3 because like, I don't know shit about old trucks, you know? But at the time that was, you know, that car was still 35, 40 grand, which now they've come down a lot in price. And to me, it's one of the best bargain buys. For,
I love those.
Dude, a V8.
Four-door
decent,
too. They're better than the
four-door.
coupes in my opinion. They look
I love the four-doors.
better than the coupes.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, they're
hands
so
down.
nice.
They're so
And I don't know much about that platform, but I do know there's an LCI version, like a pre-facelift and a post-facelift.
Yep.
And I was very rigid on wanting a post-facelift four-door white M3. I was just kind of priced out of them. I ended up just trading it in. I just got like a bone stock Silverado, and I just happened to be scrolling on eBay one day looking for a C10, and I found my truck. Dude, no idea about like the years, condition. I was like, oh, it's from the South. And at this point in my, mechanical career, if you want to call it, like I couldn't do jack or shit, you know, I had no idea. And so I bought this thing sight unseen, and it was, I mean, C10 market's crazy now, but that truck was $4,000, I think, or something like that. It was a turkey. It was a total piece of junk, but yeah.
And where'd you get it? Where is it from?
Some guy I bought it from was in, I think he had like a dealership or like a small classic car thing in Mississippi. So on eBay, bought it trailered, showed up at my work. It had a straight six. For anybody that doesn't know the car, it's arrogant to think that you would, but it's a 1968 Chevrolet C10. It's a 50th anniversary, so it's gold and white. It's a 1 year only color. But again, I had no idea when I bought it. I was just like, oh, like cool looking truck. Yeah. And it's evolved quite a bit, but off eBay of all places.
How many people know that story? Because that's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. It being your story, you're probably just like, oh yeah, this is it. But
that truck kind of feels like numb to me at this point. Like it's a rad truck, and I can see that. But like I just drive it all over the place now. I respect it, but I don't. If you know what I mean.
I totally get what you mean. But that's pretty sick. So was it expensive to get it trailered here?
No, at the time, I recently just, the blue truck I have is a 1986, and I bought that one from California, and that one got trailered over too. Okay. And the price difference between, because it's all market and fuel and everything. Yes. And so the difference of getting the blue truck from California to here was like quadruple what it was back in the day. I think I paid like $400 or something like that. But it's a lot of... Can
you imagine what it would cost now?
Dude, not even a chance. But it's a lot of like, do you want enclosed... trailering or exposed trailering, or do you how quick do you need it? There's a whole market for it, but on average it's going to be, I mean, coast to coast, I mean, still isn't terrible, but yeah, it was short money at the time, $400.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
interesting.
So you can't even fill up a semi truck for that now. So it's like no way,
no shot. All right, so that's kind of like an intro of Goldilocks.
Yep.
And what was the build process? So like when you got it, I'm sure when you got it, what it is now is not what you expected.
Oh gosh, no.
Right. So like what was the build process? Like what were you, like when you got it, did you already have an idea of what you wanted to do?
Yeah.
Or?
I mean, I had seen what the guys out in like Texas and California and Arizona's a real hotspot for it now. You can see the posters on the wall from Arizona. But everyone had already, smashed them, laid them out, custom frames, LS swapped them. And so again, in the back of my mind, I kept telling myself like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. But again, to give you a backstory, like I had zero mechanical skill at the time. Like I was paying people to put coilovers in my car at that time. Like,
still me.
Yeah. Which there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to have a classic truck, especially like a full custom, like you're going to need to learn. But so I had, a local shop named KD Designs, Kyle, he put some disc brakes on it for me. He did what's called a 4-6 drop. So in the truck world, they're real smart people. They literally will call it a 4-6 drop because it's 4 inches in the front and 6 inches in the rear. And if you do a 5-7 drop, it's 5 inches in the front, 7 in the rear. So he did a 4-6 drop on it. We ended up rewiring the truck and, some just stuff to make it fun and drivable, and it was fine. But then the winter after that, I had rented some warehouse space, and a friend and I just blew the whole thing apart. I had no idea what I was doing. Like, couldn't even take apart a brake line at that point. But I knew if I was going to own this truck, like I really should figure it out. So every night, every spare weekend, every waking moment, I was in that warehouse just figuring that thing out. Pulled my first motor with that truck, for transmission, first everything on that. So, pretty lucky that it worked out the way it did. The frame was absolutely cherry on it, as you'd expect from a Southern truck. But I mean, again, I didn't even look, just blew the thing apart. But I kind of knew I wanted it there, and somehow it made it there.
So, when you have photos on Instagram as well, like you dropped the chassis. Is that when it's an LS?
Yep.
Okay. So is that
technically, but some people say yes, some people say no. It's an iron block. So there's a difference between aluminum and iron blocks, but it's an LS family engine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you dropped the chassis.
Yep.
Swapped in the LS. What's it making for power? Do you know?
So right now it hits a 6-liter LQ4, which is an iron block out of a truck, typically like a 2500 or a van or something like that. It's like the beefier truck motor, not standard or whatever. And it has 799 heads on it, which are off of a 5.3. Which the cool thing about that is LSs. I mean, everyone says them. They're like Legos. Like you can take something out of a car, out of a truck, or whatever, and so you can take a set of heads off a crappier motor, put it on that one, and it's got a smaller intake and exhaust chamber, so it raises the compression of it. So it's a higher compression 6.0, but it makes like 400 motor, and then the truck like 350.
Do you ever get on it?
Oh yeah. I almost had a Mustang moment this past weekend.
There you go.
Yeah. Because there's no, I mean, it's an old truck it's got manual brakes and no ABS. So if you don't hold on to that wheel, you're moving.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I saw you posted something talking shit about Ford on your story. So what event was that?
It was just like a local cars and coffee thing with my, my friend lives out in that area, and I just bagged his Mark I Rabbit for him. Okay. And so we were just out driving, and it was just a reason to get out. Nothing great, but it was still a fun time. Good local show.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite mod you've done to the truck?
That answer kind of changes depending on like which stage of the build it's at.
Well, I guess for now you're at a point with it too where it's like
it's so close to like done.
Yeah, but I'm always seeing you like it's like all custom stuff now.
Everything.
Well, I mean
everything
pretty much everything on the build pretty much is.
Yeah.
But yeah, watching like some of the like the plates and like little touches you do.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like.
Yeah, I'm into
Phil's
like
I'm
in like the nitty gritty of it now. Yeah. I don't have to worry about finding a motor or pulling that in and out and everything. Yeah. So one of the more recent things I did to it is I put a set of Dakota digital gauges in it, which are super trick because they look like the original 68 gauges in it, but they're all digital. So I pull out my phone, I can change the colors of it. I can change the parameters of it. Like
so sick.
And Dakota does a really good job with that. So, we're an LS, the oil pressure at idle is somewhere like 40, 50, depending on what motor it is. And like a small block Chevy, a Gen 2 one might be a little bit lower than that. Mm-hmm. And so I can set the dummy light to come on at 30 pounds, where that might be idling for a Chevy. And so those gauges are really, really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. They're and so
the technology we have now,
it's crazy.
Is so
it's crazy.
Sick, bro.
And the best thing about them is they look totally stock.
Yeah,
like you'd never know that those things cost an arm and a leg.
The crazy thing is like you have to think about like I don't know what you want to call it, but modernized, retro styled, modernized products or whatever.
Oh yeah,
like 10 years ago.
No chance.
It was all custom. Like you could never find it. It was in like you'd see one of them in a magazine.
Yeah.
And now like the car modding now is so crazy.
Dude, it's the bell curve of technology. Like as soon as it starts going, like one advancement leads to the next, which it's, you know, it's basically doubling and tripling everything you get. And so now it's, you know, back in the day, like to put a motor swap was impossible. Like you couldn't do it. Now like every website, a chassis harness and a computer that works with everything, and you still, you know, your RX-7 can run a K series and your factory gauges still work, no problem. It's crazy.
It's insane. A lot of people are having fun. It's part of the reason why I want to get back into it. I'm actually looking for a project right now. I'm looking for a Lexus LS. I'm just so set on one. Oh, for real?
I might know one.
I found one in. There's a kid actually in Rhode Island. I messaged him the other day, and he had it up for like,
LS 400 or 430.
I think it's a 400.
That's the older one.
The older ones, yeah. And he had it up for like 6,500 a while back, and then I was looking at it, and I was like, And then the other day I was on Marketplace, as we all do, and he had it up for 1,800, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? So he blew the motor on it, but I'm like, for 1,800, like, I'll just fucking swap a new engine in it. And
that's
whatever.
got a 1UZ in it.
Yeah,
in
1UZ.
V8.
Yeah. So, but the good thing for me, bad thing for him is had I bought it before and that fucking engine blew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at 1,800, it's like, it's stupid.
Put an LS in that LS.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
one V8 for another V8.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm looking at one of those, but looking at mods for it, and I'm just like, dude, like it's so easy now.
Everything,
it's so fucking easy, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
Because I think it's good because it makes things much easier, but it also, on the flip side, it's like I feel like you lose some of the creativity in doing more custom things in a way. So I don't know, but yeah, I'm looking, so we'll see.
So I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm trying to find one. So
yeah, but it's you know, modifying cars can be as easy or as custom as you want it to be. Like true. If you want to make your own parts for it, the availability is there for you. But if you want to just get something that you can, in most things aftermarket, you're going to have to tinker with anyway. Like, you know, nothing's going to fit 100% because the cars are 30, 40 years old or whatever it is, you know, but.
So speaking of custom parts, you've been doing a lot of CAD stuff.
Trying to.
Yeah. How's that going? Because I've seen some plates and stuff like that. And I see you doing things. And I've even messaged you about like, I don't know if I did or not, but I think I did. I messaged you about like, hey, do you think, you know, but yeah, how's that? Are you having fun with it? Like what? Yeah,
it's, to me, that's kind of like the future of building your own cars because especially if you want to take it to the next level with a 3D printer, it was Mike Burrows from StanceWorks. I talk to him every once in a while. And when he was building his Ferrari, he needed to make, I think they were like dash 10 or dash 20, whatever size line they were. And he just needed to make like a simple hose holder that mounted where he needed it to. And within 30 minutes, he had it designed in CAD and printing out of carbon fiber and mounted in his car. And I just remember having this like aha moment of like, holy shit, like whatever you want, like you can make it. Like you don't have to scour online for 3 hours to find a part that like might fit for you, but you're still going to have to cut it and weld it and make it fit the way you want it to. And there's no more of that. Like if you can design it and you have the ability to put it in CAD,
you can do it.
Exactly. Everything you need.
So how did you get into it? Were you just like
everything else, just watching YouTube?
Where the hell, you're right. Where the hell what program do you use, if you don't mind?
Fusion 360. So there's a free version available that you can download. I don't mess much with like the modeling aspect of it. That's more like if you have a 3D printer. I use the sheet metal parts in it. And so you can model, you know, you put sheet metal rules into it and make it 18 gauge, 16 gauge, aluminum, steel, whatever it is. And because you know, different metals have different bending radiuses, and if, you know, inside, outside corners, whatever it is. And so I pretty much just stick to like 16 gauge or 14 gauge metal. And I'm sloppy enough that I can, you know, when the part comes in, I just bore the hole out a little bit more. I'm like, it fit perfectly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So you're having fun with it.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Do you recommend for anybody else like that's like kind of thinking about it? Fusion, you said Fusion. What is it? Fusion 360.
Fusion 360. I mean,
okay.
What's the harm in trying?
Yeah,
that's my thing, because there's so many companies out there. Like I use Send Cut Send, and to make a couple brackets was, I mean, they have a minimum on it, but it was like $35 shipped to my house, powder coated. Awesome. Dude, if you screw it up, you screwed up. I mean, you spend $35 on coffee throughout the week. You just give it a shot, you know?
Yeah, that's
even if you make just a stupid part that you're just going to, a pen holder, just to try something dumb. It doesn't have to be, you know, baby steps. Don't think you have to model an entire car all at once. Correct, just make one part, ship it to your house. And once you hold a product that you designed, man, it's crazy.
I know that feeling. Yeah. Man. It's, every time I've been doing a lot of the design work now for Beast Coast, which is.
How awesome is it?
It's so.
When you get your own shirt in that you designed and you're like,
it's such an amazing feeling. Yeah. And then like, one of the most like humbling but best feelings is like seeing someone wear it. No matter when it is. Like this weekend, I went to a Cars and Coffee, in Norton. It wasn't the Bach one. It was my buddy Terrence was holding one at his dealership, and it wasn't like a huge event, but there was he was wearing the Bruins. I shouldn't say that on the podcast, but
the B team.
Yeah, he was wearing the Boston hockey team themed hoodie, and it was an amazing feeling. And then and I've seen it, but like plenty of times, but it's still every single time I see someone wearing it. Yeah. And then I saw another person wearing this shirt. Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I don't know. It's a good feeling.
For sure, man. When support is everything too. And so when you can, your own art, creative mind, whatever, out in the wild, it's awesome, man. I don't care if it's a shirt that costs you $10 or again, like I said, a pen holder that you created, just having an outlet to be creative with, and then seeing any sort of success with it, good or bad. I mean, even failure, like for sure.
It's awesome. And now it's so much easier to create. We couldn't, again, and this is another one of those decade things. Yeah. 10 years ago, we couldn't do any of this.
No idea.
Like, I mean, 3D printers were around 10 years ago, but they weren't as accessible.
Nope.
I'm sure the CAD software probably wasn't as accessible.
God, no.
I don't know if Send Cut Send was accessible back then.
Probably not. But you'd probably have to find some local company that wanted to charge you an arm and a leg, and they wanted to do production parts, and so they don't want to do one or two. Yep.
And now it's like anybody that wants to create can create now.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome.
Especially with an iPad now with Procreate. Like anyone can, even if you're not artistic, and I am to a degree, but like certainly not an artist by any means. Right. You can figure it out.
Yep. That's what I use most of the time now. I use Procreate.
Yeah, it's great.
And then I move everything over to Illustrator. Yep. But
there's a little bit of clunky between Procreate and Illustrator because it's more it's a pixel based program, and so it works better with Photoshop and layers than Illustrator. But I'm pretty sure you can have Illustrator on the iPad. I haven't messed with it much though.
I haven't either.
Procreate's too easy.
It's so easy, dude. It's so easy, and it's like, excuse me, when I have my iPad with me and I just get an idea, I typically would just add it to the notes in my phone. I was showing someone earlier, I have probably like 50 t-shirt design ideas in my phone, in my notes, but now I always have my iPad with me everywhere I go. Smart. So if I get 10 minutes, I just will sketch out like just a little rough draft of it. And then later when I get more time, I'll start redoing it, add another layer and then just start over.
Yeah, just build onto it.
Yeah.
And if you hate it in 2 weeks and scrap the whole thing, you scrap it. It costs you nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of creativity, how did you get into like sticker printing? Cause it's, you're not a sticker shop.
Nope.
Right. And you don't post a lot about anything involving it.
Nothing.
And I know
I'll say.
I know that's not a cheap machine.
No.
So how did it happen? How did you get into it?
Going back to the WRX, actually, I had just a couple rear window stickers, like whatever they were. And my now mother-in-law had like a little home machine from a craft studio. Okay. And I was like, let me borrow that thing. Like, let me play with that. Yeah. And I did like 5 or 6. And then like, a couple people hit me up for a couple more. And a couple more and a couple more. And then the big takeoff was I had drawn my truck, my 68 on Procreate, and my friend who owns a print shop had printed me some stickers, and I sold them. And then I went through a round of them, and I hit him up for another round. And then by the third one, he was like, dude, just buy a machine. Yeah. Like, what are you doing at this point? And I was like, all right, maybe, you know. Yeah. And so now 4 years ago, I've had that.
Okay. That's the first one you bought?
That's the first one I've bought.
You didn't start on a Cricut. You just
I was like, if I'm going to do this, I might as well do it. Sick. Because the Cricut is good. And I do, especially if you're doing your own stuff, like it's great. Yeah. There's a lot of limitations to it though, because you can't, print software really likes Illustrator files. It's called EPS. And so you can set like lines to it and everything like that. You can't do that in Cricut software or whatever. Yeah. And so you can be a lot more finite on like an actual machine. And my thing was like, if I'm going to get one, I might as well just get one. And so, but yeah, it's been great. I mean, it's not my full-time job. It's, you know, nights and weekends for me, and it keeps me gratefully busy. And, I do enjoy it. I have fun with it. And, it's fun.
One of the coolest things is like when I'm like, Phil, I need something, and you're like, oh, I'm at work, I'll just fucking send it to the machine. And
oh yeah, like, again, technology, that bell curve. From my phone, I can set up files and print and do everything I need. And then
it'll go, and by the time you get home from work, it'll be done.
That's it. I got to do a couple more things when I get home and pack it up, and it's on its way.
I might need to order one of these.
Yeah,
I might need to do it.
Well, I might tell you that one. I'm thinking about upgrading.
Are you?
Yeah,
okay.
We'll see.
Well, if you do, let me know for real, because
absolutely.
I've got space now at the shop.
For sure.
I mean, at the office, which you should come by sometime, dude.
Yeah, I'd love to.
We have this amazing taco shop downstairs.
I'm sold.
Yeah,
I'm sold.
It's like we'll just be hanging out in the office, and I'll smell it, and I'm like, all right,
yeah, I need carnitas right now.
Yeah, exactly. So
for sure,
we'll have to do another event when it gets warmer out, and we'll have to have you come by. And I know it's coming.
It seems like a long ways away now.
Yeah. So. Cool. So I was going to ask too, this is a kind of an off the topic, but in your office here, I'm kind of picking up a little bit of Phil's style.
A little bit.
Yeah. You have a cool style.
Thanks, man. A lot of this is my wife's too. We both love art. So
yeah, no, that's awesome. What kind of music are you into?
Man, so
the record player
to the side of us over here, we have a record player, and I got a couple boxes or, cages of records. But if you went through those, you'd find everything from the Blueprint to Creedence to, you can see Black Sabbath at the top, to some metal that you won't even understand the lyrics of it to John Mayer. Man, I'll go through the whole gamut of it.
I see Eminem. That's the one that sticks out to me.
Top 10 albums all time right there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm not. So my thing on Eminem is this: I can't stand his music.
What?
Yeah, but
killing me.
I know, but I recognize that he is one of the top 3 lyricists of all time, in my opinion.
He's gotten a fall from grace for sure, but the Slim Shady LP is phenomenal.
It is a legendary
it's so
album.
Phenomenal.
It is a legendary album. I think a lot of it, and this is gonna sound weird, but I prefer rap that talks about drugs and hoes than beating his. You know what I mean?
For sure. But I could agree.
But
it sounds horrible. But yeah, I get you.
But as a lyricist, he sometimes I'll just in the warehouse when I'm at work.
Yeah, the
guys will put on Eminem, and I can't help but hyper focus on the lyrics, and I'm like, nobody else in the world thinks like this.
No, especially. If you think of it in context, like when did the Slim Shady LP and the Marshall Mathers come? Like he had a good 3 record stint where he was on top of it. Yep. Then Relapse and Recovery were just trash.
Yeah.
His newer one, Kamikaze, was pretty good. I liked that one. I think he had one after that. I don't remember.
I think he did too. When was Encore one of them?
No. Song? Songs to Get Murdered By or something, or Songs to Get Murdered To or something like that.
That's a great album title.
Yeah.
That's an awesome album title.
But yeah, if you think about when that came out in 2000, I was in 8th grade, I bet. 7th grade.
How old are you, Phil?
35 now.
Okay, you got to think about that.
Yeah. I'm at that age. That says enough. But yeah, so I was in, I think, 8th grade when that album came out, and nothing was like that.
There was nothing. Yeah, I will definitely say that. Yeah, he took the fucking world by storm.
For sure.
But yeah, no, I was just curious because...
but I will say there is some new rap that I mess with. I like Benny the Butcher. I like him a lot.
He's a monster.
He's
bro.
real good. Griselda in general. Like, again, Eminem though, that's his touch.
Yeah, exactly. It is. So the whole Griselda like
is so good.
Movement is so good. Have you? I'm super stuck on. I mentioned it the other day, or I mentioned it on my story. But have you heard Big X the Plug yet?
No,
dude. He has some songs that whoever his producer is needs to be like. Yeah, because his producer. You know that I can't remember that song. I don't know who it's by, but it's the song's called War, I think. What is it good for?
Yeah.
That song.
Yeah, everybody knows that one. Yeah,
his producer remixed that.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like I don't think they got the rights to it.
Yeah.
So it's only on YouTube, but I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah. Send me that. I gotta check that out.
Oh my god, bro, it's so good. But anyway, so back to cars.
Yeah.
Back to cars and trucks. What would you say your favorite events to go to are? Because the reason why I ask, I don't see you often at a lot of events.
I'm low key now, man.
You're super low key. It's cool though. I mean, it's awesome. It's the good thing about you being low key, and it's not that this is something that you have to prove, but it's like you're not at every event trying to fucking show off the truck and prove like, oh, you know what I mean? You're not just like another scene kid that's just
and I used to be honest. Like when I had my WRX, like I was like, oh, I need to get VIP on this one. Like, dude, how early can I get in the booth? Like, what? Like, but it comes with age and maturity. Ironically enough, too, like when I first started building the truck, that's all I wanted it for, too. I was younger and like I thought, I wanted like the not fame, but like the recognition from it. And now it's like, dude, I'd so much rather just like hop in it with my wife and go get dinner and just some kids see it on the highway and give me a wave. And I'm like, yeah, that's cool enough. Like, I don't need that. But, I mean, let's talk about the collective meet. I mean, that one, probably one of my favorite of the year. That was really fun to come to. And I appreciate the invite.
I think you're obviously always going to get an invite. But yeah, man, it was a lot of fun. To be completely like transparent, and I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but within the past couple of years have been suffering from some anxiety problems.
Yeah. I remember when I got there, you're like, bro, I'm freaking.
Dude, the night before, I had a panic attack. So it was so crazy. Now that I think back on it, it is, yeah. When I think back on it, it's kind of, I don't know if I would say bittersweet, but the lot was empty. And I was just walking the lot by myself. Me and another person were walking the lot. And I was just kind of staring, like looking around, just kind of like visioning.
You're like, I'm supposed to fill this?
Yeah, exactly. I was visioning what it was going to look like the following night. And I didn't realize it at the
24
time.
hours later, totally different. Totally different.
Completely different. And, the whole thing started going through my head. What if someone fucking does a burnout, hits a wall? What if?
Nah, dude, everyone was so respectful that night.
They were. And
so good.
Yeah. And I really am thankful for that too.
Yeah.
So, and it was like all the preparation that led up to it. And I remember I got back to the hotel and I was supposed to be checking in and my brain was not there. And so I got up to the counter and she was like, I don't know. You know how when you go to a hotel, they got to put like a hold on the car.
Yeah. Damages.
Yeah. I could not bring myself. I physically could not hand her a card. I was gone, dude. And then I was just like, I
crazy.
Walked outside and I had to breathe. And then I was like, oh, I'm having a fucking panic attack right now. It's like, oh shit, I'm fucking losing it. God. Yeah. But and then the next night.
Well, you held your cool when I saw you. So.
I was doing all right. But yeah, it was just so crazy that the next night, everything was fine, and then it ended up being such a good.
Yeah, event. I mean, you guys do it right. You don't exclude people to be a snob. You exclude people that aren't going to be there respectfully. Yeah,
and I truly it's one of the hard things that I like. Dude, I don't even have a modified car now. I came here in a fucking bone stock TSX with
I had my ears like that,
damaged bumper on it. But at the same time, it's just like, I never want to exclude anybody, but I made that post about a couple of days before, basically saying I want everybody to think about the collective from a standpoint of let's together collectively in New England and the whole East Coast, let's let's elevate together. So like, if you don't make it in, like, don't take it as, it's not because we don't want you there. We want to showcase what we have here. You know what I mean? And I think people understand that. And I know some people are kind of,
they take it a little too seriously. I get it. But like, there is a difference between like a very well put together car and a not well put together car. And you're just trying to filter that to make it more enjoyable for the people that are going. And so I'm sure, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm sure it has nothing to do with, I don't like this person. I don't like, it's just, you're trying to make the experience for everyone there, be it a guest or in the show, as best as it can be. And that just comes down to filtering out less than favorable cars.
And it's sometimes it's kind of it's a tough thing to do
for sure.
But yeah, and then I my plan was to have a season ending meet this month actually, but I had to scrap it for until next year, unfortunately. But that's something that I want to do more so for everybody.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, and I got approval from the state to use like a beachside.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably do a season opener there, but yeah, it's just the couple people that were upset about the collective, I think they were upset more so because they think that what we're trying to do is trying to be trying to exclude people, but it's like we're pretty much just coming back, so it's like we're going to have events for everybody.
Yeah.
The collective is, it's more,
dude, it's a VIP focused car show. Like, that's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't mean that like in the sense of like VIP style cars. Like, again, you're trying to make the experience best and pick the cream of the crop to show it off to everybody that wants to come. And if you're charging an admission for it, like, nobody wants to go and look at like some beat old car. Like, I just got robbed. I just took my money, you know? Like,
exactly.
No, for sure.
I really want everybody to be proud of the collective. It's not necessarily for me. I want everybody in our culture, local culture, to be proud of it. And
for sure,
99% of people get it. There's a couple that don't. It is what it is. But
I wonder if it's more up and comer new kids or like old heads thinking however stuck in the way they are, like I wonder like what age group is like the most salty about, like,
that's a good question. I think it could be a little bit of both. I know that there's definitely some people that feel that we have changed a little bit, and we have for sure.
I mean, so has everything else. Like, get with it.
Exactly. And I don't. It's like when you're trying to improve, like you have to change your, because the collective did start from me inviting just friends. It was just friends. And then as I saw like, oh, we have something cool here, it's just started to evolve. And I think that everything has to evolve in a way like that.
100%
purpose.
Everything does.
So
nothing stays stagnant.
Exactly.
Nothing.
And then, but on the flip side, the younger kids, it's humbling a little bit because there were so many,
because we don't care about your negative 15, 17 degrees. And
exactly. Spaceships. But yeah, it was humbling because seeing we invited so many people that I've never.
Dude, there's a lot of good stuff there in cars I'd never seen, for sure.
And that was one of the best feeling things for me too, is because there was so many younger kids there that I've never met, never seen. And I'm like, oh, my previous thought was, the car scene is fucking hurting right now. And to an extent it is a little bit, but then you see these kids, probably half of the people at the collective, and they're all younger kids and they're all doing it right. And I'm like, fuck yes. I'm like, this is what we need. Like, I thought that we were losing some of it, and there's still a lot of younger people out there that really, really give a shit.
It's just, it's a lot easier to have your own platform now. And so I think that's why the trend of car shows is, if at all, dipping. Like, if you want to view it as that, is because you don't have to put your car in a booth to drive 6 hours to whatever show to show it off and to like be seen. And cause like there's going to be magazine coverage there or whatever it is. Like, now, if you can draw an audience, like if that's what you want is the notoriety, like you don't have to do that anymore.
100%. And so when the younger crowd can do it right, it's so refreshing to see.
For sure.
So awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff.
what's next for you for the trucks? Like, what are you looking to? You want to get any new projects or anything? What's going on?
We'll see. So yeah, I got the 68. That one is it'll be refined throughout the years. It's that's an heirloom car. Like
Of course,
I don't think I'll ever sell it. For twofold. One, it has a ton of sentimental value to me and my wife.
Yep.
But also, I taught myself how to do everything on that. So the first time I ever welded was on that truck. The first time I ever used body filler was on that truck. The first time I ever painted on that truck. First time I ever wired that truck. Like everything. Cool. And so I don't know that I would feel confident without rebuilding that truck to sell that to someone, like knowing that it's not that there's a bunch of hack shit in there. There's, you know, I mean, bunch of zip ties holding some stuff together,
of course.
Because that caliber truck, for what it would have to sell at, I wouldn't feel comfortable giving someone as it is. And so that one, it is mine. It's staying there.
That's so cool.
I had, like I said, the blue one I have is a 1986.
Real quick, how did you mentioned, did you get that one before?
No, the blue truck I've only had for a year and a half now.
Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, a friend of mine was out in California, and ironically, he sent me a picture of like a Mustang that he was working on, and I just seen the taillight in the corner of the photo, and I was like, what's up with that truck though, you know? And he was like, well, it's been here. It's a roller. Like, if you want it, he's like, it's cheap. And I was like, dude, I'll take it. And he gave me the price, and I was like, what's your address? I'm overnighting you a check. And so I bought that truck, again, from California, like the Bay Area, as a roller. It came with a bunch of parts. But no motor, no trans. Like the interior was all taken apart, all in boxes. And as of now, that one has another 6-liter LS in it. That one's going to make a little bit more power. It's got a bigger cam. It also is going to have, or it has, a brand new 5-speed Tremec TKX transmission. It's got front and rear double adjustable coilovers, front and rear sway bars.
Hell yeah.
A Baer brake system, a Borgeson quick ratio steering box. The frame's been completely disassembled and painted with an epoxy paint. And my plan for that one is I'd really like to take that one road coursing. So my whole theory is like, I didn't want to build two trucks that were identical, because the gold truck, it's on air ride. It's obnoxiously loud. It will burn the tires whenever you want to lay into it. Yep. And it's a cruiser car. Like, you take it out to dinner, shows, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And so the blue truck, my 86, I wanted to kind of be like the opposite of that one.
Okay.
So instead of a manual, or instead of an automatic, this one gets a manual. Instead of air ride, this one gets coilovers. Everything kind of opposite between the two, because while it'd be cool to have two trucks that lay on the ground, it's way more fun to be like, what do I feel like driving today? You know, what flavor do I want?
Yep. That's awesome.
So I told myself,
big plans.
Yeah, I told myself I wanted that one finished by this year, but that didn't happen. So
it never does.
No, it needs, I got to do all the wiring in it. I already did the fuel lines. I started the brake lines. The interior has to be put back together, and some small stuff. If it was like you had a gun to my head and like I had a week to finish it, I could, but like it wouldn't be the way I wanted to.
Right. Yeah.
And my theory was, if it's not going to be done in 2 weeks, like, what am I rushing for? Because now I have all the winter. So
I was going to say, there's nothing going on anyways for a little bit. So you want to take that one? So you want to track it?
I say that, but I don't want to put it into a wall. I'd really like to, though. But
where would you? Like just local tracks, like circle track?
No, I want to do like full. Yeah, like so Thompson's road course,
sick, bro.
They just had Staggered. I think the event was just there.
It was about a month ago. About a month ago.
So I went on Saturday, which wasn't the car show day, and because I wanted to see everyone on the track, because that's my theory is I really want to take it there, but. We'll see, because that straightaway is like 130 miles an hour. So, and no airbags, again, no ABS, like on a bench seat. Cause I want the truck still to be able to do everything. Like, I want to hop in it, drive to work comfortably. I don't want the exhaust too loud, but then I also want to be able to get on it and rip it. So I'm trying to find like that balance between like a full out race truck and just like a good enough.
That's the best. It's one of the probably hardest combinations to get.
It's impossible.
Like, if you can nail it, it's.
This is why people buy 350Zs, because you can just do it with that like out of the box.
Yes, yeah. That's sick though. I really, I'm interested to see.
What's the plan?
Yeah,
I've really had that game plan since I bought the truck. So all the parts that I have for it are kind of geared towards that. That's why it has a Borgeson quick ratio steering box rather than just like the original one. That's why it has modular brake spindles on it, or knuckles as the drift world calls them, because you can upgrade to Willwood or Bear brakes or whoever it may be. So every piece I've thought about ahead of time has kind of like had that forethought.
That's awesome.
But
I really hope that plan goes through, because I want to see that fucking thing at the track now.
We'll see. I mean, I definitely before, because I think I'm going to sell that truck regardless.
Yeah.
And so it's not a forever truck. And so I do want to at least track it a couple times before I sell it. But, and then we'll move on to something else, but we'll see.
Do you, hopefully this question isn't too personal,
No.
but are you and the wife planning on having kids? And I ask that because I was curious about the trucks.
No.
So
no kids.
What is your plan? When you get too old, what are you gonna do?
My brother and my sister both have 2 younger ones, and I basically decided whichever one likes trucks more when they're older, they get it.
I'm going to call your brother.
Yeah.
I'll be part of the family tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's
so,
cool. Did they know?
They're young enough where I don't know that they realize it. I've told each of them to like, hey, like you want Uncle Phil's trucks? But yeah, so like cool. I don't plan, my wife and I, like everything we have is going to go to them, because we're going to have no one else. And so I told them, I was like, everything you guys want, just let me know. It's the truck, it's yours.
That's awesome.
But
they gotta love Uncle Phil.
Yeah. They better kiss up to me.
That's awesome.
And my wife, the next project we're probably going to do is an original Beetle, not a Super Beetle, like an original, like 1967, I think is the good year on those.
Yep.
And so I doubt she'll sell that one. So my nieces better kiss up too.
I saw one today in Fall River. I was at went to a Korean barbecue place, and I'm waiting outside, and I hear this fucking sound. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? Sure enough, this black OG Beetle comes cruising by. It had this, it smelled like gas, of course, when I went by. But they're so cool. A lot of people. I think that's one of those cars too that like. There's no one that doesn't
they're timeless.
Think they're cool.
Everybody loves them.
Everybody loves those things. They're really cool. They're kind of hard to find now.
Yeah, they're going up in price too, like everything else.
Of course. When are you planning on doing that?
Well, truth be told, the money I had for the blue truck was set aside to buy a Beetle. I was even going to look at a few. One was a convertible, one was a Super Beetle, one was kind of clapped out.
Yep.
And so I had the money all set aside for it, and then that's when I saw the blue truck, and I was like, oh, like I guess it'll just have to wait.
Yeah.
But
do you have to talk to the wife before you made that one?
Yeah, she wasn't stoked on that, but
you'll make it up to her though.
Yeah. Oh, I'm good to her. I'd like to think of myself as a good husband, so I don't just blow the budget on myself. You know, I make sure I take care of her too, and she takes care of me in the same way. So
that's awesome.
But yeah, well, hopefully that'll come next, but we'll see. We'll see.
That's awesome. I'm looking forward to seeing. You're one of the people this is maybe a little embarrassing, but I check your Instagram more often than I would like to admit, probably.
Appreciate
that. One,
that.
because of business, and 2, because I'm always curious, like, what the fuck is Phill up to now?
It's something, man.
Yeah, and you know what it is, too? It's like, again, it goes back to that thing of you being low-key. I could see, like, if you were posting reels all the fucking time and, like, all this shit, you know, it would pop up in the feed because that's what the algorithm is pushing.
For sure.
But I know that you're doing shit all the time, and I know that you're just tinkering, so I'm always just kind of curious to
I've cooled off the last couple months because, like I said, if the 86 that I'm building wasn't going to be finished in 2 weeks, like I didn't care to have it done in the middle of January, because what good does it do me then? So I've really cooled off on it. But one thing I try to do is all the knowledge that I've amassed over the years building these, I like to hand out to people, because there's an aspect of, or there was when I was building cars or learning to or trying to, of secrecy. Nobody wants to tell you how they did it, where they got this, what the shortcuts are. And so I'm very transparent in that. And so if I know something, I'm going to teach it to you, or as best as I can. And one thing I always try to pride myself on is if you send me a message asking something, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you what cam I have, what lifters, what my wheel specs are, where my tires are, how I built it, how I did this, how I did that, everything. Like,
do you remember it was like probably a couple of years before the pandemic when like like the whole stance thing was going crazy, where like so many people were gatekeeping wheel
Dude,
specs.
it's so
Do
whack.
you remember that? It was
Dude,
like
it's
a weird couple
whack.
years. Yeah, it's really stupid. And
The dumbest thing about that to me too is the person that's gatekeeping it didn't invent it. They just asked enough people that somebody told them what theirs were, and so now they're holding it as if they're the creator of it, which is
no shot.
Dude,
yeah.
If you're doing that, cut it out.
Yeah, seriously, it's so
cut it
fucking
out.
lame. There's no quicker way to kill the car community than to gatekeep.
It's so dumb.
It's really stupid.
Do you know what it is too? It's people too insecure because they don't want someone else to have something as nice as them.
Yes.
It's 100% what it is.
100%. I agree with that. 100%.
Wrong mentality.
The posts that you have made about like tutorial, not necessarily tutorial stuff, but like the informational stuff that you put on your stories and stuff like that. Dude, we need more of that. And not only from you, but from just like people in the community. It's so refreshing to see people like forthcoming with information.
Terrifying to try to learn something and know you're going to fail at it.
Yes.
Nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to do something wrong.
Yeah.
And so the more knowledge you can get to be successful enough at your first try, the better.
It's another weird thing too. It's like if you're not sharing it, you're just alienating yourself and other people that you're into the same thing. It's like imagine collecting, I don't know, I don't know, I don't have a good analogy, but like imagine collecting Pokemon cards or something, and like you have a great storage solution for fucking Pokemon cards or something like that, and like you just don't share it with other collectors. It's stupid. Like it's not going to make your value of yours go up. It's not going to do anything. No. You just look like a dick.
Yeah.
So
the other aspect of that too is I always find that I get the most enjoyment and entertainment out of things that kind of toe that line between educational and creative and fun. So if you can show someone visually stimulating as well as educational, that's, to me, it's always been like my favorite things to watch on YouTube, or like my favorite pages to follow, whatever it is. And so if you can kind of blend that line, and so to a degree, that's what I try to do with myself.
That's the artistic, creative side in you, for sure.
For sure, man.
I
need those kind of people around my life too. Dude, I love people with artistic outlets.
It's the best. Like
everything.
So the office that I'm renting right now in Fall River, it's myself, my friend Mike, who has a clothing brand based around anime and art, and then my other friend Joao and Erdley, and they have a clothing brand as well based around anime. And so I was telling someone today, the best thing about it is like I can design and create at home anytime I want. But when I'm in that office and I have other people within the same distance you and I are right now, and they're creating, and
it breeds more.
Dude, it's insane. Sure. And then like, dude, there's nights where I'll be in there, I'm at my desk, I'm creating, designing, whatever. And then Jay's behind me and he's like, yo, take a look at this. And then I just kind of look over and he's like, yo, and he's like doing some 3D shit on fucking Blender. And 10 minutes later, I'm opening Blender because I'm like, I want to know how the fuck he did that. So like we're in one way we're pushing each other to learn.
For sure.
And another way we're competing with each other. And it's like when you're at home, there's no, like, you can just design and create whatever and it's peaceful. But when you're in a space like that, there's something, and I know this might sound corny, but there's something else going on vibe wise where it's,
you're in your space.
It's just up to, it just knocks,
100%.
turns it up another notch, and you're
100%.
like, fuck. So yeah, it's amazing. And like you can get that in any community, whether it's cars, like if you're in the garage with a couple other people, working on a car or whatever it is.
Awesome.
Like that kind of, it's not just bonding. It's like you guys are learning, you guys are like helping each other with different ideas.
Yeah, pushing ideas off each other, and and motivation too. Because man, it's hard. Like that's one thing that I learned from building my 68 is that, man, you got to see this thing through, and it's going to take a long, long time. And so it's easy to be like, I'm done. I've hemorrhaged my savings account at this. It still isn't driving. Like I'm sick of looking at this. And so when you see your other friends, making progress. It's, all right, I want to catch up.
Yeah.
I want to be driving too. And
Exactly.
so it's to the design community as well, or whatever it is, the
Yeah.
journalism, writing, whatever you want to do,
Yep.
the music, just to be around creative people, to see them putting their ideas out too.
It's awesome.
Sure.
I had my barber, actually, his name's Eric.
Another art form for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yep.
He's a music producer as well. And then he also is like, he's vegan and he's like a health nut. So just recently, dude, whenever I go to get a haircut now, all we talk about, it's never like, oh, like fucking baseball, basketball, whatever. It's what's going on with your brand? What clothes are you dropping? How's your music going? Like, this dude's now got, like, since I started getting my haircut with him, he's now got like a million plus streams on Spotify. He's been working with like different artists. Man. Yeah, and then now he's starting this brand called I think it's called Happy People, and I hope that that's correct. But it's all, he creates like skincare products and stuff like that, but it's all vegan stuff. And he, like, just bouncing idea. I just did a logo for him. I did like a whole brand kind of packet for him, and it's really cool to just like any aspect of your life. Like 90% of his customers are just there to get a haircut, but then when I'm in his chair and we're talking about creativity,
you can see his eyes light up.
Yes, and it's so cool. It's I wish that more people would tap into, because the way shit is right now, it's like right now is the best time to be creative and to like break the chains.
Everything's accessible to you now.
Yes, everything. So
if you want it, it's out there.
Yeah, and it's really, really fucking cool.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day, about how everyone that I'm really close with and I communicate with on the daily is some sort of an artist to a degree.
Yeah.
Be it cooking, again, cutting hair, into cars, doing media, my wife, ceramics, like all my friends, tattooers, like there's some sort of artistic creative element or outlet that every one of my friends have. And I was thinking about it, I was like, that's probably not a mistake. I probably am drawn to these type of people because of that. Yeah. Like if it's, it draws me, you know, it's very attractive.
So do you think do you think that part of your friend circle being creatives has anything to do with social media? And did you meet a lot of them through social media?
That's a good question. I bet to a degree,
right? Because you got to think probably we're as humans, I think we're more creative now than ever. Yeah. And so I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of it has to do with the internet and social media.
Oh yeah.
So like
you have to be on the if you want a brand to succeed, or to draw views or clicks or whatever you want it to be, it has to be some sort of creativity. I mean, there's a lot of junk out there that gets replayed, but if you want it personalized to you, like you have to be creative with it. So I bet.
Right? Yeah. It's something I was thinking about too. A lot of it's one of our main designers for Beast Coast is he's from Salt Lake City. He's a kid named Skylar. And that's like, I would have never, how the hell would I have ever connected with him if it weren't for social media? Yeah, it's the fucking best. But social media has its downfalls too. Yeah. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's given me the ability to like network with so many more people. Yeah. That's why I kind of asked if you know.
No, it's I mean, I don't know if I want to say for the better, but so I mean there's giant upsides to social media, and that being one of them for sure.
Yeah. Well, before we start to wrap it up, you want to do a couple of these questions that people have?
Rip them.
All right. So let me see. Oh, here's a good one. And I don't know. Have you ever had? I'm just going to play the question, and then you can tell me if you've had any.
On the fly.
All right. Let's see. All right. So here's a question that someone called in about a couple days ago, actually.
What are your thoughts on vinyl wrap? Do you like it? Yes or no?
Pretty easy question. It's literally just what do you think about vinyl wrap? This is a very polarizing question.
If you're using vinyl wrap to just change the view of your car for a season, I don't really fuck with it.
Okay.
It doesn't look good to me. Like when you look around the corner of a fender or the hood and you can just see like the wrinkle in it. Mm-hmm. But being able to, like if you're an actual race car or you say you do grid life or whatever and being able to livery your car overnight. No, I mean, I like it, but my friend Jake and I always talk about this, he had a Mark IV back in the day and he painted it Harlequin Mark III. So, and he's a painter by trade. And so he would take his bumper off one week and paint it rave green or whatever it was. And then the trunk came off and it would go Imola yellow. Yep. And back in the day, that was mind blowing because like, you just fucked up your non-anniversary G Alive, like a clown car. Yep. And now like you see it and it kind of gets desensitized because there's not as much of a commitment into that. But again, it also gives a more creative outlet. And so I can mess with that. But personally, I don't vinyl.
I think my only issue with vinyl, because I don't have a problem with it, but I think my issue with it is and I don't know, maybe I'm bullshitting here, but I feel like no matter what, when you see a vinyl car, you
never
can
looks as
fucking
good.
tell every time that it's vinyl.
Yeah, it to me, it never looks as good. It never looks as glossy. It's
right. It doesn't hit the same way.
From 15 feet away, 20 feet away, it looks great. As soon as you start looking at it, and the issue I have with it is that a lot of the times it's on these high dollar cars with trunks that are out of control and interiors and race seats and all this stuff. And it's like, man, it just kind of makes it look cheap. Like it would look so much better if you just like the black that was underneath it to me, and like a good detail on a black car.
Yes.
I can respect way more than some 3-stage holographic vinyl. Whatever.
I can't appreciate it. No, totally. Yeah. I totally get it. I do appreciate it on certain cars. If it fits or like, I can get it where like you don't want to commit to a color. Yeah. If you're just one of those type of people that just loves to switch it up, sure, cool.
Yeah, I mean, do your thing. Like, don't let my opinion sway you.
No, yeah, for sure. I just am. I don't know.
I like a vinyl roof. Like if you do like vinyl roof black, like I like that.
That's clean. My only issue with vinyl is that you can always tell it's vinyl.
Yeah, like you look at the mirrors and like they're not fitting right because like on like the actual body part of the mirror, like it can't sit.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
It just makes it look cheap to me.
So you prefer paint?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
I'm going to do eventually.
And the cost of a vinyl wrap is not cheap.
No, it's not.
Like if you get a professional one done, it's $4,000 or $5,000, I'm sure. Yep. Like paint's really not much far off, you know?
No, you might as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to eventually I got to figure out the right people to have, but I'm going to do a podcast that is debating paint versus vinyl. Yeah. So I want to get like someone who owns a vinyl shop. I want to get someone who does paint. And then I would like to get someone who has had both paint and vinyl.
Oh, that'd be good.
And just let them duke it out. Not duke it out, but
a little
just
to
debate.
Hear both sides for sure.
Yeah, because I'm curious. I've had I had my Maxima painted back in the day. I didn't do the fucking door jambs because I was fucking cheap.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of work to paint a car. To color change a car. A lot of work.
Yeah. But the color was fucking so good. But yeah, and then I've thought about vinyl before, and I'm just like, I think I would just prefer paint. It just I feel like you can see the depth in paint a lot better. Like I don't think you can really get. I'm sure there's vinyl out there that you can get depth in, but something about like you can tell when you look at certain cars that there's layers to the paint.
Yeah, going back to what I said, like I would much rather see good white paint, good red paint than some off the wall color that's non-factory vinyl. Like it again, like it. Just not even like on purpose, but like I see that and it just kind of cheapens it to me.
Yeah, same here. I immediately get this like, not. It doesn't downplay. Oh, maybe it does. I don't know. But I look at it and I'm definitely like, oh, that would be cooler if it was paint. Yeah. And it sounds like I'm talking shit, but this is just my personal opinion. All right, I'm gonna do another one real quick. Yeah. Let me see what this question is. Someone asked why the chicken crossed the road. How are you familiar with Bosozoku?
Yeah, that's like big tailpipes, like stars in the exhaust, crazy. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play this one real quick.
But seriously, what is your opinion on Bo Suzuku styling of the Japanese car culture and their gang?
He ended that with "in their gang."
Is
And
it?
I didn't. Well, I was aware that they do some crazy shit, but I wasn't aware that it was a gang. But what do you think about the cars?
Not for me, but
Yeah.
creative.
They're super creative.
Very creative.
How are you? Well, I guess the real question to ask you is: are you a fan aside from having a WRX? You owned a bunch of Euros, right? And then American. How do you feel about Japanese car culture? Like, are you into it? Are you more?
I'm a
Euro?
huge closet Honda fan.
You are.
Love them.
Oh,
one of my dream cars is like an EK hatch.
Really?
For sure.
Do you ever think you'll get one?
Maybe. I mean, they're cheap enough, like in comparison to like, some of the stuff that I've had, but I mean, maybe it would be really hard to want to drive that over something else I've had though. But
I can understand that too. Yeah. What,
if I had like a 5-car garage, for sure one would be tucked in. Yeah.
So what, that's interesting because I was curious.
I wanted an S2000 in the worst way.
Really?
Back when they were like 18 grand. Now they're untouchable.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
like
crazy.
40
They're
grand
so
for an
sick.
AP1.
One of the most depressing things for me was sitting in an S2000 and realizing I'm too big for an AP1.
Dude, they're fucking small.
They're so fucking tight.
They're fucking
my
small.
knee, it was either my knees or my thigh was like touching the fucking steering wheel, and I could not adjust myself or anything to just give me.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Fuck, I want one of these things so bad." But I have heard that the AP2s are a little bit more roomy, but not by much.
I've only really been in AP2s or driven in AP2, so I couldn't speak of like the.
You're also not 300 pounds.
I don't even laugh. I'm a big boy for sure, though. Like I'm 6'1", 220. Like I'm not a small kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's a tight squeeze for me too. But I'd love one. I'd love one.
They're so cool. I would not have taken you for a Honda fan.
I love them, dude. I used to, back in the day, I was subscribed to like Honda Tech or whatever magazine came out. Yeah, for sure.
Really
loved them.
Interesting. But yeah, back to Bo Suzuku. I don't know anything about it, but I love them.
Really?
Yeah, they're just it's just I don't know. But I also love Japanese car culture. So like, I don't know. Something about them is just like they're fucking obnoxious.
Oh yeah, but they're meant to be.
Exactly. And I think what I really like about them is like, how the fuck did they come about? That's one of the things I think about. I'm like, who started this, and how the hell did you get that many people into it to where it's a culture that's known worldwide?
Yeah.
Because you see there's a lot of shitty car builds out there.
Yeah, kind of style off of it. I've seen that.
Yeah. Or just like certain things that like you'll see a couple cars around and you'll be like, what the fuck is that about? And it just doesn't. The dog's trying to get in.
Yeah. Mom's home.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you and they don't take off. So what the fuck is it about that took off? And I don't know. I think it's just like the ultimate form of creativity.
Yeah.
One of the most wild creativity like expressions I've seen.
I'll give it to him too. Like you kind of have to be like all in on it, because if you just put like a star exhaust tip on it or like something hanging from like your rearview mirror, like that's if you're gonna do it. And I credit to those dudes that like really go for it.
It's a lot of work.
I wonder if you would like it as much as if it was prevalent in America and around here, or do you like it because you can't have it and it's like the forbidden fruit over in Japan?
That's
like if over here it was flooded and every other car that you saw to meet looked goofy like that, and no discredit to them, to me, whatever, extreme to look extreme. Would you like it less?
If I have to be completely honest, I never thought of that, and you're 100% right.
Maybe.
Because I think
but that's
I would
okay.
get annoyed. It's cool to see online.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like,
Like if every car meet you went to was flooded with them, you'd be like, I'm over this.
Or like if I'm cruising down 95 and like 10 of them drive by me, I'm going to be like, what the fuck is
But if you were in
on?
Japan and 10 of them drove by you, you'd flip your lid.
That's such a weird thing
Right?
to think about, but you're right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. I like them. I think they're fucking cool. But yeah, you're right. I think
Again, not for me personally, but
I totally get it.
I can appreciate it.
I totally understand that. Let me see. All right, and then this one's funny. So I'm gonna just play this one. This one's cool. This was a funny one. I don't know if you have to have been to a meet where you've experienced this, but let me just play this one.
Why are giant boxes placed on top of cars? playing terrible music at really high volume next to a car that's also got speaker boxes on top of it, playing a different song at equally high volumes a thing? Why is this a thing?
Great question. It's a great question. Have you experienced it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to ask them though.
It's a culture thing. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna just call it what it is. It's a Spanish culture thing, and I know that audio in the Spanish culture is fucking huge, and I don't know exactly why, but I don't enjoy when it's like back and forth. But I understand the competition. But then if you really fucking think about it, it's the way we mod cars here. That's just how they do it there. And it just has kind of like come into our culture. And then I've also learned to respect it to a degree, because the sound that comes out of some of them, although it's fucking loud.
Dude, it's loud.
But it's so clear.
It is.
Some of them, it's like, how is it this clear? Don't get me wrong. There's some that sound like shit.
For sure.
But
isn't there a term for it too?
Chuchero.
Yeah.
And yeah, but when they do it right and it's fucking clear, it's almost like, how is this possible? Because if I play anything that loud on any fucking speaker,
first of all, my ears are blown out. Like, I don't know how they do that.
Yeah. If I play anything at this volume out of any speaker, I don't care if I have a fucking $1,500 Bose speaker, it's not going to sound this good.
No.
So how are you achieving this out of fucking?
Yeah, I mean,
boxes?
credit to them. I mean, it's like you said, it's a culture thing, and I can appreciate what they do for it, and it's kind of like their branding, and they like that. But
not for you.
When you impede, no, it's fine. When you impede or annoy somebody else for purpose, that's when I just can't fuck with it.
That's a great point. That's a great point too.
Like if you were at like an audio off or whatever, and you're doing that, like totally fine with it.
Yeah.
Like do your thing, man. But when you do it just to be loud and annoy the person next to you, that's when it's like, all right, come on, man. Like there's a DJ over there playing music for this thing, and like you're like 50 decibels over him.
That's so true. I think part of it though, when you say that, it makes a ton of sense, and I think part of it is just the way the cultures cross now, though.
Yeah.
So if you look at if you go on YouTube and watch some of these videos from like South American countries, a lot of the cars are like stock, but it's just audio. But then car culture here is a lot of like physically modified cars, and then they're also bringing that culture into it. So the events that they're going to are the events that we host here, and then they're bringing that into it. So I get it, but it's fucking annoying.
I was kind of on topic, but off topic. I was thinking about I was driving by someone the other day, or someone in traffic, and they were listening to reggaeton, and not my taste in music, and I was like, man, don't they get fucking annoyed at like the same beat? And I'm listening to like stoner doom metal, and I'm like, yo, this is the same thing, but like, how am I so ignorant? I can't fucking see that like what I'm listening to is like to them, you know.
I have a similar conversation a lot at work. There's some guy. We have a very vast musical, like what we play in the warehouse is, it's ridiculous. Like there's a new kid that's just, he comes in and he plays a lot of soca, and then a half hour later it's death metal, and then a half hour later it's Afro beats, and then a half hour later it's like fucking country music. And
there's something to be said about that though, like being cultured.
I really like it, but there's been times where like I've been humbled where like the guys are listening to like metal, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck they're saying. Like, what the fuck are they screaming about?
So this is what because my wife's not into it much either, but this is, think of the vocals like another instrument. When you listen to their vocals and they're basically just blending with the music, it's almost you just to hear it in symphony with the guitars and the bass and whatever, and then think of reading the lyrics as another layer that you can peel back to appreciate the song even more. Okay. Because if you're just hearing him growl or groan or scream, whatever, if it's like, you know, death metal, whatever it is, if it all sounds cohesive, and then you read the lyrics, you're like, oh shit, I had no fucking idea that this was about. That's pretty cool about it.
I've learned to respect it, because there's been more than one time where I've went up to the kid that puts it on, and I'm like, can you tell me what he's saying?
No idea.
Some of the music sounds fucking sick, and I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. But I don't know what the fuck they're saying. So
yeah, I mean,
and
half the
he'll
time
tell
nobody
me.
does.
He'll tell me. He'll be
Yeah,
like,
only because he read the lyrics. He can't hear me.
exactly. Yeah. But then I was humbled because he'll come up to me and I'll be listening to fucking mumble rap.
Yeah.
And he's like, bro, what the fuck are they saying? And I'm like, oh, this is the same
Yeah.
thing that I'm asking you.
Yeah.
And I'm giving you a hard time because I'm like, bro, there's no way you know what the fuck they're saying.
Yeah.
And he comes to me and he's like, bro, there's no way you know.
But
I'm like, fuck, you're right.
It's great that you have the open-mindedness to like see that, because there's a lot of people that are too ignorant and just be like, well, when I can't understand them, it's fine. But when I can't understand your music, it's trash, you know? Yeah.
Yep. And we've had, little bickering battles of that sometimes too. Like if I'm playing Future or Young Thug or something like that, and they're like, this is fucking trash. And I'm like, bro, you were just listening to fucking
Future
Screamo.
sucks, so.
Okay. I gotta fucking cut the podcast short now.
Not for me.
This is fucking crazy that you said. I gave you a hard time about Eminem earlier, so I'll take that one. All right, so we're an hour and 15 in. We'll tie it up. But before I go, I want to ask. I mean to ask this on every podcast. But if you had to, you may not have an answer for this, but I'm gonna put you to the test.
Hit me.
What's your favorite car out right now? It doesn't have to be. It would, if you have a local one, great. If you don't have a local one, cool. But what's your favorite? Not just car. What's your favorite vehicle out? Do you have, like, if you have their Instagram,
Like a new production or
no,
like a car?
like modded, like on Instagram, like when you scroll, who's your what car is your favorite favorite build that you've been following, or do you have one?
That's a good question. I don't
It's a
know.
tough one.
It's probably gonna be some sort of Arizona-based C10. There's a guy Delmo out in Prescott, Arizona. He's kind of like the crown jewel to me of like builders. He's always been like on the forefront of it. When you see dudes that do like 22-inch smoothie hubcap or steelies, and they put the hubcaps in the middle, like he kind of invented that flavor of build. And he's kind of shifting gears, and he's doing lifted trucks now, which is starting to get there as well. Like
A little different.
Yeah. Like he's got like a K5 Blazer that he lifts instead of slamming it. And so like he's kind of like carving that area off of it. And his new builds that he's doing, I'm really into.
Do you know what his Instagram is? Is he on Instagram?
Delmo Speed, DELMO Speed.
Cool. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, he's the godfather of it all to me.
I'm definitely. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
he's really slick.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, actually, so I'm going out to Dino's Get Down, which are those two posters over there in Arizona next month. And that's kind of, the truck world is, everyone builds cars for SEMA. Yes. And so like they have like their SEMA deadline. That show has gotten so big where truck dudes are building trucks just to go there and present them and show them off. But the raddest thing about it is that it's totally free. There's no entrance fee.
Sick.
Dude, it's in a stadium parking lot now, like the Arizona Cardinals. I think it's their stadium. Yep. He still gives away free pizza to everyone. If you want to wait in line, you can have free pizza.
Awesome.
And it's incredible. Yes, but I went there 5 years ago and met him and a bunch of other dudes. And I'm super stoked to get back out there in a couple weeks and go say hi to some friends.
That's awesome. I think I saw you post about this. You're not bringing the truck though, right?
No, everyone was asking me. They're like, "You driving?" And I was like, "Dude, I put a lot of miles in that truck, but to Arizona might be a little too much. Yeah, especially no air conditioning in that thing.
Yeah, that would be fucking rough.
Too sweaty.
Yeah. Cool. Well, Phill, thank you for your time. Can you let people know again where to find you?
Yeah, if you want to check it out on Instagram, it's at 4-Door Phill. It's PHILL. Like Matt was saying, I do stickers, vinyls, die cuts, window signage, anything you want. A little bit of graphic design. I'm going to leave that to Matt, though. I don't have as much time as I'd like to anymore. But yeah, check out the truck. If you need stickers, hit me up and we'll get you going.
Cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the time.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you.
All right.